Leviathe and welcome to my channel. As my first video, this is my new bullet journal setup for this upcoming year. I'll be working on some essential spreads for the front of the journal before I start putting in my monthly theme spreads. I always found it exciting to put my name in the front of the journal. It's probably my favorite part of starting a journal because it's like a fresh start, even though it's kind of sad to leave your old journal, but I'm excited to have a new space that isn't my old journal because I actually ran out of space. I was planning on starting a new one in September, but it turned out that I didn't have enough pages in my journal to do so. So this first spread I'm working on is, well, kind of a drawing, but I'm putting in an icon for the 2020 and 21 years. It's similar to my past journals since I've always kind of done a wreath at the beginning. I did most of the sketches beforehand, so I would have everything planned out, which is nice, but I think my lettering kind of looks like a knockoff of the Harry Potter font. I use it pretty consistently for the rest of the video, but it turned out cohesive enough. But yeah, I didn't want it to look like a Christmas wreath. I don't think it does, but I just wanted to tie in the red cover into a lot of the spreads at the beginning of the journal because my first monthly theme will probably be red, and I just kind of liked having everything be all cohesive. So this is the index. Last year I did not use my index at all, but this year I am so determined to actually actively use my journal that I put in 3 pages of index, so hopefully I will fill it all up instead of leaving it blank, which is what I did last year. I only wrote in about 3 months worth of my spreads and left the entire index blank after that because I'm kind of a lazy person and I don't like writing things in after it's been a while. But as you can see, I put in a red header with a tombow and a sakura pigma micron, which are the best pens to exist. I think this is a 0.2. I used a 0.2 for most of the video. I think in some labels later on I used a 0.05, which is such a tiny nib. It's ridiculous. You can make such fine details with it. Anyway, so I made the index 3 pages and did the same headers. I wrote page number and description on each side, so hopefully I use it. Next up is my 1 year spread, so it's basically the next 12 months of my journal, and ended up going outside the lines, but thank the Lord for white gel pens. Luckily, I was able to fix it, and I don't think I made a whole lot of other big mistakes for the rest of my journal. I actually, sometimes, if I make a huge mistake with black pen and you can't really get rid of it, I go to the back of the journal and cut out a little piece, and then I glue it on and I make sure the dots correspond. I have a page in the back specifically for it, but white gel pen saved my life this time. And I decided to make a header based off of last year's journal, but this time in red because last year was all purple. And I wrote in the month's names above in the 0.05, and my next spread is the key. So I put in each of the little symbols. For event, I put a little circle. Tasks, I made a square. In progress was the square kind of in half diagonally. Completed was completely full of ink. Cancelled was an X. Migrated was an arrow, and important, a star. The funny thing is I used this exact key in my last journal, and whenever I put migrated, it basically meant that I just didn't do it. Not because I couldn't, but just because I procrastinated. So I put that in pencil because I thought it was funny. Anyway, my sense of humor is interesting. The next spread I'm really excited about. It's something I've never done. I've seen people do book spread and movie spread and their TV shows that they watched and their favorite music and stuff. I've done playlist spreads in the past, but I'm excited about this one because it's 3 different things. It's shows I've watched, books I've read, and albums I've listened to. But my favorite shows that I will see this upcoming year. Like when I see something that I absolutely love, I'll draw it in here. Or like read a great book, I'll put it in here, and then if I find like my new favorite album, put it in here. So I left blanks to draw and color in later on, which is super exciting. And I had a lot of fun like doodling in the little stack of books and all the posters on the wall. Hopefully they end up looking like posters. If I ever ink them in nicely, then ideally it will look like a bunch of posters on the wall. Yeah, I'm excited to fill this in. Again, the Harry Potter font is everywhere. This is like completely unintentional. I was like, what if I make kind of like a Baskerville type font, but like with curly cues and like sharp edges. I didn't know what to call the little the ends on the letters, so I was like, are they feet? Editing this was absolutely hilarious because I kept making these random exclamations and I didn't realize it about my lettering, and I had to look up what it looked like. But yeah, so these next two spreads, I'm gonna make a dreams and goals spread and a memory spread, and ideally with my memory spread I can make a collage with a bunch of things from this year. Yeah, this is the final flip through. I'm really happy with it. I really liked how the red tied everything together. The font was interesting. It came together. Hopefully I use my index. But I'm really excited for this summer, because usually in the summer that's when I slack off with my journal because school keeps me accountable. But like with all these fun things, you can't go wrong. And those two empty spreads will be filled in later. But yeah, this next part, I am decorating the cover, which I always have done. For right now, I'm just adding two little things on there, but later on I might do some more red stuff. And what better red thing to put on than Itachi? Because like, yeah. This is a banner for the 2021. That is ridiculous to say. And after all that, I went outside, and since it was a really nice day, I was like, this lighting is beautiful out here. I'm gonna take some video. But yeah, there it is in the glimmering sunlight. I'm really happy with it. I'm really glad you checked out this video. Maybe give it a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you want to see more similar content from me. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it.